Mercury?
10B Mercury. We got lucky that 10B Mercury was on our side.
Oh. Alright, welcome back, everyone. We were obviously discussing, especially 10B Mercury, I feel like needs a permanent place in the universe. Like, he was such a...
He is our strongest party member.
Honestly, we should find a way to free him from his statue prison.
You should find a way to free him. I don't... Oh.
Listen, he's trapped in the statue for, like, what, 6 days after we lit him out? He gets 8 hours of, like, airtime. Yeah.
I mean, it depends on how the statues work.
See,
all I can think of is prison. They like lit him outside for like their exercise hour.
Is it Pokemon ball logic? So you're saying that once the crafter that made that had to capture a 10B and imprison it in the object?
I mean, it could be like a spirit.
Is that the logic that you're? I mean, it doesn't. That's just what you're going with. It doesn't have to be right.
Yeah, actually, I feel like that's pretty
accurate. Only we had some sort of magic man in the party.
I mean, yeah, it makes a lot more. It makes a lot of sense for fire spirits and like stuff like that because that's what they usually do. I wouldn't know about animal things like that.
We've gotten totally sidetracked and we haven't even started.
Oh yeah, we gotta start with recap. Who's gonna do the recap? Is it gonna be me again?
Yeah. I feel like y'all should just start doing rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, lose spot. Go.
You're the most refreshed.
I'll do it.
I consider it more of a string of code. If no player wants to do recap, Piers does recap.
I'll do it because the mage is gonna need the advantage on his potential sneak.
I like that logic.
Oh my.
So,
all right, well,
last time on Stars of the Sovereignty, the party encountered possibly the single most incompetent group of bandits that has ever existed. Despite enslaving dozens and dozens, at least, people, these guys couldn't handle anything. They were covered in bugs, they were blind, they were fighting each other, they were incinerated, melted even. And then just when one of them was finally about to land potentially a dangerous hit on our paladin, Zunori swoops in and almost turns him into a puddle. Defeated and then healed, saved from death. He is now tied up in a cart. And we have one remaining bandit that didn't escape and didn't die inside of a cage where Ruben was having a short conversation with him in the middle of the night on his shift. And that's where we are.
All right. Before you guys get into the shenanigans, I require D100 rolls.
Yes.
Does this include the mage?
Mage rolls D100. I'm doing it. I don't care if it's required. That's a 30.
It's making up for all of those times that I rolled under 10.
Oh, you got 96.
Woo! Yeah, I think you officially rolled the lowest, didn't you? Oh no. Not making your life harder to do the thing you're not supposed to be doing after we promised you'd be fine.
Everything
Alright.
will
Who?
work out as planned.
I mean, I think this new one from Zenori.
I am in the wrong campaign.
Gotcha.
Why?
It just automatically loaded into it. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
There it is.
Oh, there you are. I was wondering
I've
what.
got,
I was like, what
I've
are you
got a
talking about?
29 anyway.
29? Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta pop you guys out.
Go ahead and just write that into the, or type that into the Roll20 chat for me. Just so I have it on official history. Dankeschön. Alright. 29. Beautiful. Alright. Yes. Action.
Who's going with what first? So are we still in the process of talking?
I think you had
Yeah.
given me the.
Yeah. I give the staff to the mage. I think we actually have his name. Let me actually open my notes
Orin?
again. Yeah, it's Orin. So I give Orin the staff, and I essentially tell him that I'm gonna go distract Oleander. All you have to do is when you see the big explosion happen of something, that's when you really should leave. Hello?
I disconnected for a second there.
Oh. I was saying when you see the big explosion, that's when you should leave.
Big explosion. Okay, you're gonna wake them all up.
No, I'm not gonna wake them all up. Don't worry.
They sleep that heavy.
It's a spell. It won't be loud. It'll just be colorful and maybe
Okay.
messy.
Okay, be ready.
All right. So Ruben's gonna go over what is Oleander currently doing in the middle of the night.
Yes. I don't know. Sitting here
doing
minding
it
my
all.
own fucking business.
What? Who does
Well.
that?
Well,
Oleander doesn't
you are
sleep,
Yeah, you were interrupted minding your own business by a very nervous Ruben. Hey, Oleander. Can I show you something? Like over here?
Why aren't you asleep?
What?
Why aren't you asleep? You have to sleep.
No, I don't.
Why do we have to go over there for you to show me?
I don't want to. I don't want to. Yeah, well, he's Ruben. He's not supposed to be a good liar. I wanted to go show you a really cool spell I learned, and also I don't have to sleep. I think I always forget his wraith. I just lisped real hard there. I'm
The
a
wraith.
Matherian. I'm a Matherian. We kind of stay up a bit longer than Light Realm folk.
I mean,
So I can
yeah,
go like a day without sleeping a lot of the times.
you could get sleep while, like, you have the opportunity to. We don't know what we're going to be running into.
I am gonna get sleep, but I just don't need to be up for it. I can do light activity for like a little while, like when you're like with your book. But anyway, you know, a cool spell over there, like closer to the woods. I'm telling you, it's gonna be messy.
The only time you've used a messy spell was when you were trying to hurt somebody. Why
When
are
was
you
I
not
trying to
giving
hurt
me
somebody?
something to eat? You threw tomato soup! Why would you not be giving me something to eat? That's like your whole thing.
What do you mean my whole thing?
You're like the mom. You feed us until we're fat and you can roll us down a hill. All of your magic is in food.
Yeah, all my magic isn't food, but I mean, I don't like. I'm not trying to like, you know, fatten you guys up or anything.
Well, we walk too much for that anyways. Have you
But,
seen
yeah, no.
Assad? Like, look at him. He's huge. I don't think you could fatten him up if you tried.
I mean, that's mostly muscle, and I think lignettes are just naturally that size.
Are they really?
What?
Assad is, like, huge.
I mean,
That's
most.
usually pretty small.
Yeah.
Oh, he's living in his sleep.
Yeah, but you have to remember, the only lignettes I meet are adventure lignettes. So, but anyway, look, I have this new spell I want to show you. It just right over here.
What's the spell do?
It's kind of hard to explain. What's like a food you really enjoy that like I have on me? I might not have it.
I don't know. I'm assuming fish. It's not
I don't
like...
have fish. We haven't fished in a while. Potatoes?
Listen, real me loves potatoes. That would absolutely get real me. I don't think that's gonna work.
Potatoes, the fish of the sea.
I mean, I could try fish, but I mean, something might happen. I don't know. It should be fine. Let's go over here.
You're acting real weird.
Am I? I feel like I'm acting the same. I always act.
Why don't you just show me right here?
I can't show you right here. It's like an area of effect thing.
Okay, so it's loud enough that you potentially are gonna wake up everybody in camp.
No, that doesn't actually create a lot of sound. I'm imagining that this is gonna make like a bit of a splooshy sound.
So it is making a sound. You just said it wasn't gonna make a sound.
It's not gonna make a loud sound.
But it's like gonna have like some type of like sound or light that we have to go over there that it might wake up. Like
I don't think it's gonna
where-
make light, but that's at the same time that encourages we should go over there so we don't bother the others while they're sleeping.
Why can't you just show everyone in the morning?
Because I want to show
They
you
like
now.
seeing your spells.
I learned it right now, and I really want to demonstrate it.
Can I watch from here? That
no,
way,
it's
like,
not as...
because if it's gonna make a splishy sound, it sounds like it's gonna be like a real like mess. Like
It's gonna
if
be a
I'm
mess
gonna
regardless. You're not gonna get it covered. You don't need a poncho.
Okay, but if we can't do it here, something's gonna happen. That like
What?
there's like not enough water for me to go rinse off when you cover me in like
You can make
tomato
water.
soup. Oh fuck! I forgot about that. I totally forgot I could make water. Like, I don't like tomatoes.
It's not gonna be tomato. I told you potatoes.
Potatoes.
I do like potato. Real me likes potatoes.
I mean, you can like fantasy potatoes too. That's fine.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Fantasy me likes fantasy potatoes.
Oleander spent all of this time wondering if she really liked potatoes or not. And this has been the moment the switch was flipped.
Yeah, I mean, I could try the fish, but I don't know what's gonna happen if I try the fish.
Does it really matter that much what food you put it on? I've seen you put the same spell on a whole bunch of different foods.
I mean, I don't have any fish, so I'd have to make the fish, and making the fish is dangerous.
Oh, I see. That part makes sense.
So, but I mean, the bandits have a ton of potatoes and beans, so it could be potatoes or beans. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just try the potatoes. Let's go. Through
Okay,
all
I'm not like
fast.
moving all the way over there. I'll move like halfway over there.
Right.
Because, like, I can see really well, so I don't actually have to be, like, up close.
Do you even
Okay.
have dark vision?
I do have dark vision, actually. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
All right.
for some reason, there's
just
not
the
a whole
road,
lot of light under the water.
Yeah. Yeah, Ruben. So Ruben will go off towards the woods a bit, and like pull Oleander to the edge of the camp. And in like an open spot, he'll start to fiddle with his bag, and he'll pull out like a baked potato, not a baked potato, sorry, a potato. And with that, he'll also take out some salt and just crush it in his hand and sprinkle it on top. Before saying some incantations and whispering to the potato, he'll then chuck it. As the potato rapidly grows in size to about the size of, I want to say like a watermelon, before hitting onto the ground and erupting with just a force of mash.
Okay, but
And like
how many potatoes strong was this mash? on
Was
a
it
scale of potato, on a scale of spud, all right? How
scale
many
of
spuds?
potato?
On a scale of
Are you-
spud, would you say it was like 20 spuds?
I want to.
Did you
Well,
just
because it was-
use
it
the
was
rest
only
of mass
one-
destruction?
Yeah, mash destruction. Yeah, so yeah, will erupt and make, a splooshy sound. As the mash kind of cascades into an area of a 20-foot circle. But yeah, I essentially, do I even need to explain at all? I'm just gonna take a spell off. I'll let you guys figure out what spell that is.
Potato ball.
I'm
Oh, no, it's
I feel
like-
like this was a waste of potatoes. We could have like eaten a lot of
It was a-
potatoes.
It was only one potato.
That's still a waste of potato.
Yeah, but like, look at how much potato there is now.
Okay,
I
but
mean, I
did
wouldn't
you
eat
like?
that potato.
Was there a stick in the potato, and did you pull it before you threw it? Like,
No, I didn't.
Like,
There
this
wasn't a
is a potato
steak or anything. It was
grenade.
just covered in salt, and it wasn't a
Obviously,
great.
seeing this, I'm misty stepping out of the cage, and I'm running through the forest in the northwest.
Yeah.
Well, my notes officially say potato grenade, just so.
Potato grenade.
I'd be like, I
But
don't
it-
even have a bowl to scoop up the potatoes.
Orin is
Like I said, you
gone.
shouldn't eat that.
But why would you do this if it wasn't to eat it? You could have
Because
fed like a whole village.
It makes
With
hot
one
potato. Okay,
potato.
fine. You taste it, and I'll tell you it's not gonna taste good.
Well, I'm assuming you have butter. We could make it taste good.
Just putting butter on
Orin-
something doesn't make it taste good.
That is debatable. I will have a heart attack before I agree with you.
I assume that these potatoes are now just like the dehydrated potatoes, but just like not cooked right, so they're super just like gritty and just kind of nasty at this point.
Yeah.
They've been like way too expanded.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, I have the urge, since I'm not allowed to eat these, to yell food fight and start throwing food at people in debt.
Jeez.
You know what?
That's
Fuck
what-
it. I'm gonna grab two like big handfuls, like double scoop this, and I'm gonna throw it right at Ruben's face. And I'm gonna say that is for wasting potatoes and my opportunity for a food fight. And I'm gonna go back towards the fire.
Yeah, just kind of spit the potato out of his face.
Real quick.
I'm gonna like
Orin, I
be
need
like,
you to
no
roll a
potato for
sneak.
you.
And
Wait, what?
Orin, I need you to roll a sneak, and Carva, I need you to roll a perception.
That is 19.
Oh.
Carve out.
Here comes that natural 20.
Oh god.
Oh god.
No, I think it's just 16.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Didn't have to use the inspiration. He's
So you
saving it.
thought
He's
you
saving
saw
it for 20
Well, I mean,
episodes
he would
from
notice
now when he
that-
comes back.
So I would imagine he's distracted by the potato explosion as well, and then looks back and the guy's just gone.
that. Yep. I accept this as canon.
I use my last second level spell slot to again Misty Step, so I'm even farther away, and I'm
Nice.
I'm out.
And what's Marauders up to?
Freedom for Orin.
I can't believe
Yes.
He's got main character energy.
Oh, he definitely has returning character energy.
Or definitely recurring, yeah.
You know, we're all in danger, and then randomly someone casts sleep on whoever's attacking us, and Oren shows
Behold.
up, strikes the pose, and goes, "Kept you waiting, huh?"
A power word kill on the big bad evil guy.
Oh my god.
Sorry I took so long. Traffic was a bitch.
Oh no.
Is that trafficking children or?
Yeah, exactly.
See what you did there. All right, Oleander, go ahead and roll. I just want to see if you noticed right away. Roll either perception or investigation.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be investigation.
Wait, I could have rolled investigation.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
not
plus
you.
6. Oh damn.
Yeah, I mean, you were in the
Never
woods
mind,
where he
I
was
do
running.
nothing. I'm too upset about the potatoes.
Potatoes, yeah, you seemed very upset about the
Just
potatoes.
bang Ruben and his wasted potatoes.
Hassad did
Maybe
it.
get
Starts. I would say Hassad starts waking up, but like only a little bit. Like his nose starts twitching just a bit. He's like half asleep.
Potatoes.
Need,
Oh.
need some meat.
If it was jerking off, he'd be up already. But
Thought to have a conversation with Ruben.
Gotta be wide
he
awake
wakes
for
up.
that.
Ruben will just,
Blasphemy.
he'll just start prestidigitating the potatoes away. Because he doesn't want to really get more thrown in his face. And then he'll just relax for the rest of the night. Kind of, of course, he knows the cage is empty, but he's not going to draw attention to it. He'll just sit and kind of read his book.
Okay. Oh, Zunori, did you go to bed?
More than likely would have.
All right. So.
Well, I mean, Carvat still saw,
yeah, so Carvad is gonna wait.
knows that he's gone, right? Just not what direction.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, Carvat
Right?
wasn't
What?
really planning on
Okay.
doing anything about this anyways. There's, he doesn't really care that much about this mage, but he sneaks over once things settle down a little bit and sits down like next to what's-your-face?
Whose face?
The food
Well,
wizard.
Leander or Ruben?
Ruben.
So many faces.
Yeah.
Just bad at names. Sneakily, I guess. And just says, I know what you did, and it's fine. I know, I understand why you did it. That's okay. Just you have to know when you make choices like this, you're going to be responsible now if for what this guy does going forwards. That's on you. It can be a big responsibility, so you just got to make sure that you keep that in mind.
But if but if we were to have people here and let them stay, they would just die? You guys would kill them. Am I responsible to make sure that you guys don't kill people too?
We didn't kill everybody. We were planning on taking these people in for proper questioning and
I've heard
whatever would
many
happen since then.
stories by all sorts of explorers that have always started that sentence with, we were going to take these people somewhere, but then something else happened. And they either died or, I mean, in good cases, they were released.
I mean, sure.
But a lot of the time they just died.
Those are options. He
And
bought and
I don't
sold
know.
children. I don't think he was really a good person. I try not to kill people when I don't have to, but I went to lost sleep over this one.
Yeah, well, even so, we don't know who these people necessarily are and what they did to be like this. He over there is proud of it. The other one, I don't know, he just seemed scared and like he didn't know what he was necessarily doing.
Yeah, most people are scared when they have to face up for the consequences of their actions. I'm sure it'll come to us too. I just want to let you know, like, if we find this guy again, turns out he went back to buying and selling kids. What are you going to take responsibility for that at that point? Or are we going to let him go again?
Or warn the rest of the network. You know.
What he does now, that's on your shoulders. Since you did this without talking to anybody else.
What about you guys with killing people? What right
Should
do
we
you have to kill any of these people? Regardless, you could have knocked them out. You didn't have to slice them in half. You didn't have to skewer them from behind or cut off their heads. You could have knocked them out and tied up any one of them. But no one did.
We tied up 2 of them.
You tied up 2 of them out of convenience.
Yeah, we're in the middle of nowhere, Ruben. There's not much law here. I don't know if you noticed.
There might not be that much law here, but it still doesn't mean we should be killing one another just because someone did a few things that are wrong.
A few things?
Yeah, they did a few things. What do you mean? Yeah.
Maris admitted to buying and selling hundreds of children.
Maris admitted to buying and selling hundreds of children. That guy was new. He barely even had time in the crew.
And he's free now.
And now he might change. Now he might not be a slaver anymore.
I hope
he has an opportunity to actually be a better person. He has magical capabilities. He can work towards something greater than he currently is now.
Yeah, if we had brought him in, he might have been able to give information on what other operations are going, how other cells operate.
What other operations could he have told you about that he already didn't tell you then? You guys hounded him and questioned him. No, you didn't. That wasn't 5 minutes of questioning. That took like a half hour.
Oh. I mean, questioning in the cities, that'll go for days. They're very detailed.
Are they? How would you know?
I've been a part of questioning people in the past, or at least finding information.
Which part of you?
That's a good question.
Smooth.
And how can we even check that that's necessarily accurate? Also, think about other things like, you know, how you're necessarily made of a bunch of people. How do we know that none of the things that you were part of did terrible things?
You're right. And I deal with that every day. I try to do the best I can to not be a terrible person. But I'm constantly being chased and hounded, and people are trying to kill me or capture me or worse. I do the best I can. And, you know,
Yeah, and what?
I can't afford to capture all these people and bring them into a city because there's a good chance that I'll just get taken in when I do that. It's happened before.
And that's what I mean. How are we supposed to know that what these people are doing is 100% wrong or 100% right, even for your instance, where you're not necessarily even responsible for the things you did?
I'm not saying I'm not responsible for the things I did, and I don't even know all the things that the pieces of me have done.
At this point, do I like notice that they're having a conversation now that I've calmed down about the potatoes?
You can roll and see.
Performance, or not performance, perception. I can see
Yeah.
words. No, I perceive nothing. I'm really, really upset about these potatoes.
Just
She's hacked down.
fuming, staring at her book.
Fucking Ruben with his potatoes. God fucking.
Doesn't even want to think about it.
Traumatized
Maybe walk
potatoes.
halfway to the woods.
Such a
Ooh,
fucking
potato.
stupid waste of potatoes.
Tater traumatized, alright?
I feel like nothing's worse than being called a waste of potatoes, you know?
I'm just, I couldn't even eat them.
But
water?
yeah, but I don't know if we see him again, we'll capture him. We'll apprehend him.
I mean, maybe he'll be doing good. I hope he does. I just
feel like this guy, he's not gonna make it to the city.
he might not. It's kind of up to him at this point. And like I said, I let that guy go. I mean, you did a pretty good job of it, actually. That crazy potato thing was a good distraction. I gotta give it to you. That was good. I didn't even see the guy leave, but I'm sure I could have tracked him down if I really wanted to. But you're right.
And
He didn't seem like that big of a threat, and so it's part on me too. But this is the big responsibility, just letting people walk off when they've done stuff like this.
yeah. Ruben, like, struggling, not knowing what to say. I'm also struggling, not knowing what to say. He'll just kind of open up his book and he'll just start flipping through pages of stuff and just writing stuff down. Actually, he won't even, because I forget. I always forget that he doesn't actually have to write with his hand. He can just do it with his mind. As, like, it just, the pen itself is just scribbling, aggravated.
Yep, Carvalho will see that he's, I mean, we both have stuff to think about, so he'll go back to where he was by the trees, just watching the cages. Well, I guess just the one right now.
Do I have anything else I can do? Ruben will do one more thing before going to bed. And he'll actually take another potato. And for this instance, I guess what he'll do for this one is, I mean, you can't really do. What else can you do? Yeah, I guess he'll take the potato this time and essentially just start like skinning it slowly. As he skins it, he just keeps skinning it and skinning it and skinning it, and the potato's not getting smaller. It keeps, every time he peels it off, it just, another piece of skin flies off and particle dusts its way, starting to make a dome surrounding the cage. As he keeps doing this and doing this, the dome gets larger and larger and larger until it fully encompasses the cage and both Oleander and Ruben and our guest. There, no one can get in or out.
At this point, now that there's like
Yeah, there's a
nothing do I
dome.
notice
More
that we're
potato
short
based
half of
Now that the potatoes
our
involved, you know.
prisoners.
Yeah, I would say at some point you realize that one of the prisoners is gone.
Probably during the process of me making this fucking dome. Because we're both right next to it.
Yeah, at that point I'm gonna be like, is this why you wanted to show me a new spell?
Show what?
A new spell?
Yeah. What do you mean about a new spell? I wanted to show you a new spell. Oh wait, no, never mind. Look, I'm sorry.
You can be sorry all you want. Regardless of how you felt about it, you didn't trust me enough to have a conversation with me or anybody else about changing the decision for him, because we might have for him. Because we knew that he didn't really want to be doing this. Instead, you chose to go behind everyone's back and make a decision. Your decision now affects how we view you. And the thing is, well, you might not have agreed with all of the stuff that we do, because you have a very different view on the world. Somebody like this took you. That's how we met you. He could have been involved in you being kidnapped in some fashion.
I wasn't. It might have just been an misunderstanding.
Not only that, I had made sure that nothing was going to happen to him when he got there. He's on his own now, in the wilderness,
Just like
in the middle of the
just
dark.
like you guys reassured me that nothing was gonna happen. I watched a guy lose his heart through his chest today. I've never seen something like that before. That was horrifying to me.
I get that. And we took you, a stranger, and made sure you were protected from people who were trying to take you back. Because we were trying to do the right thing. Just like we were going to try...
Protected me how? I've been defending myself this entire time. We've been moving. I almost got killed by a crazy ocean creature that's not even... that's semi-related to you. Jeptanir, that's what it was.
Vodlier.
Facade in the sleep says,
Vodlier, that's why. You're Jeptanir, that's...
I told that Vodlier to let him go. Yes, I did. And then he told him. You're the best, Facade.
Best. Look, I know you guys don't maybe find my views of life childish or immature, but I still think these views are just and right. people shouldn't be just slaughtering people when we didn't even talk to these people. Regardless, we didn't even give them the opportunity to surrender. We just came in
You don't
guns
know the whole
blazing.
story there. Why do you think Carvat actually snuck in? Why do you think Carvat and I snuck out the night beforehand?
You snuck out the night beforehand?
Yeah, we actually had something that would have incapacitated them, and they chose to attack Carvat while we were attempting to incapacitate them so nobody died. Two of the people that attacked me, we let go instead of chased out. Do I understand that people died? Yes. However, the goal was not death. In fact, we tried to not kill anybody in the first place. The point still stands that you chose to do something without talking to anybody, and that affects your relationship with those people. And this is not the first time you've done something like this. You dragged me out of curiosity. You do stuff all the time without thinking about the consequences of your actions and how people might view that and their relationship with you. And while you have had to defend yourself, we've worked to defend you as well. It's not like you were standing here by yourself. When you fell out of that cart, we could have let the corrupt guards take you back right at the beginning and let you fend for yourself. Ooh. And the thing is, this guy was innocent, right? We were going to make sure he made it to the city so nothing else happened to him. We could have used any information that he had to set up a sting operation, have them send people out here because he was involved, right? Not willingly, right?
How are you gonna set up a whole sting operation? I don't want to. I want to say this, but Ruben shouldn't.
The point is, this operation is much larger than this camp. This guy was forced, based off what he said, to do this, right? What if there's more people being forced to do this, and we could have helped free more people being forced to do this based off what they told him they were going to do, that he wouldn't share with us? You could have helped more people not participate. Helped get more people out without getting killed. Could have stopped more people from being kidnapped. Tracked down who employed your teacher to kidnap you. You made a choice, regardless of what he does, good or bad, that affects additional children and may actually lead to your recapture after you go back.
It's funny how you guys keep guilt.
Ruben, I need you to make a charisma saving throw. And Oleander, I will allow either a persuasion or intimidate.
Ooh, alright, let's see how this goes. Just a plain charisma?
Yeah, or charisma save.
15.
Okay. So nothing's affected. You can continue.
It's funny how you guys keep mentioning that they kidnapped children, but yet we rescued people. It's almost like you're literally manipulating the scenario just to make me feel even worse of what I did.
It's not about manipulating you, and I'm sorry you feel that way. But the point is, you saw that they were taking people, yes?
Yeah, we rescued those people, and we didn't even... I mean, we only got a few of them, and were they even able to get the compass? I didn't even see if they got it or not.
They have the compass, and they went back. When they got out, we actually had somebody stand between them so that they weren't gone after. My issue is that you decided to unilaterally make a decision and not trust us. That you keep making decisions without talking to people about stuff that might affect them.
Ruben will just kind of walk away into the woods at this point.
Scolded again.
Yes, he knows he's not. He knows he can't argue. He knows he can't argue, so he's just gonna walk away. And maybe talk about it another time. Who knows?
And now I do need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Why is that in there? Okay.
15.
Alright, so come morning break, Oleander and Carbot, you guys are of course, still conscious and stuff, but of everyone, the last to wake up is Piers, or is Ruben.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the first is Zunori, and eventually Hassad.
What?
And what's Maris's disposition this morning?
Yeah, how did he feel about the potato boom?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Ryan?
Is
Ryan!
your microphone disconnected again?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what about
No.
Ryan?
We were asking, how did Maris feel about the events of the night? Because he pretty much saw everything. Whether or not he cared, that was another.
Oh yeah, he's completely neutral to everything. he's just wallowing in his own being mad at the world and not himself, even though he should probably be mad at himself.
Mars abides is still angry that he managed to get stabbed by one of his own men.
Yeah.
Alright, in that case, yep, morning breaks and you guys start stirring.
Hassad's gonna check on the prisoners just to make sure that everything went well over the night.
So there's only one.
So he takes a look at Mars and just says, "There's one," and then he looks at the cage. He says, "Bleeding whiskers! Everyone, we've got a prisoner on the loose. That blasted mage, slipperier than a sticky wicket.
Calm
We've
down,
got up and got
Hassad.
loose."
Hassad.
Huh?
Reuben helped him get out. We knew that he didn't participate willingly, and Reuben's going to have to live with whatever this guy decides to do and the consequences of his actions by deciding to not talk to anybody before releasing somebody.
So Hassad's disposition changes and he just goes, "He did what?"
He doesn't agree with anything that we've done, doesn't agree that we've helped get him this far, that he's had to defend himself to this point, and thinks that we should have incapacitated everyone. And he decided to help the mage escape because he didn't feel that we should help him get to the city because he couldn't guarantee the outcome for that mage once they got to the city. And he's assumed that now that he is free, he's going to do better, even though he hadn't before he had been forced to join this.
Forced to join. Hassad will chuckle for a bit and just look towards Reuben. Reuben, she's kidding, right?
Would Ruben even be in the camp? He's pretty mad
Or
at
he's
Oleander.
He's all the way off to it.
Yeah, he'd be at the if anything, at the edge of camp, not or the entrance, just not even wanting to be around the group right now.
I'm gonna point in the direction he went. I said he went that way. He's upset that I'm upset with him because I said that he doesn't know all of the ramifications of his actions and that it affects our trust with him because he unilaterally decided to do something. He chose to distract me to help him get away. and this is not the first time that he's something because he has also attempted to drug me.
Hey, what?
So he doesn't see the issue with his actions, but he's upset and he's that way.
Oh.
Anything you say, I don't think will get through to him.
Yeah, I think he's got to work through some stuff on his own first. We gotta give him some time.
Time. Well, give him all the time he needs. And Assad just kind of gets on all fours and just sort of skulks off.
So how are we moving Maris in this? Are we just put him in the cart and we're gonna pull him there? That was about the extent of the plan.
Yep.
All right.
Zenori overhearing everything that's kind of gone down. He looks at Maris, who's like the head honcho of everything, and he kind of has a moment of like, not all is lost. And then he looks over at Reuben, and he's like, and stomps over towards him.
I'm gonna call after him and be like, Sonori, just leave him alone for a moment.
He's going to put his hand up and say, trust me on this. And he's going to stomp over to him and say, get up.
Reuben gets up.
Come with me.
He follows you.
And he walks over to the corpses and he says, grab that corpse.
What's the purpose of this?
I'm not here asking questions. I'm telling you, pick up that corpse. And Zenori's going to grab another corpse.
Alright. He'll grab one of the corpses.
And we pretty much take all the corpses. It'll take a second. And line them up next to each other. And I'm going to say to him, you might not like the way things go in this world. I understand that. Like I told you already, you have a good heart. But don't let that jade your perception of things. There are things in this world you cannot possibly understand. They go well deeper than you could ever possibly imagine. Now, you will do this with me until you understand. And then Zenori's going to slap his hands together and recycle the corpses.
And in a show of beautiful bittersweetness, one by one, each of the corpses disintegrate and essentially turn into an ethereal glitter that floats up into the sky as if carried by a wind all their own.
No, I'll stand back up and turn to him and say, by Ner'zil's grace, I am a better person today. But you shake me, honestly. Just understand that your perception of things is not the only perception. There are children out there that are lives are being absolutely ruined. These that I've just recycled were given mercy. Some of the children out there don't even know what mercy is. So pull yourself together and understand that you're not the only one in this. And he's going to walk off.
Reuben, like at first when you talked to him, he was still angry and was just kind of expecting you to give him another lecture on all the terrible things he's done, which I mean you kind of did, but it was a lot better. He actually has a bit more, like he's a lot calmer now, and And he seems to be a bit more respectful of it. He might not have understood your message, but at least his thoughts right now are just that those people just got a great burial now. We've completely forgot to release these corpses so that they wouldn't cause harm to others.
And
not-
Tsunori, go ahead and roll me an insight.
Insight. Oh, it's the wrong thing. Insight. Why you do this to me?
Yeah, just in addition to what Piers was saying about Ruben's disposition, you catch a glimpse and it hits home how young he is. And it hits you right in your paternal instinct. Let's just put it that way.
Which is why I think he was as harsh as he was in the first place.
I agree. Yep.
But I saw Zenori's going to walk over to Morris and he's going to say, "Well, looks like you got off lightly, didn't you?"
Right?
Iron.
Silent treatment.
Mars is still sleeping.
I think I keep disconnecting because like I heard. Hello?
Weird.
Oh, true.
Yep.
Yeah, we're here.
Hello?
Somebody said, yeah.
Oh wait,
Why?
I hear. Okay, now I hear.
Okay, cool. Did you hear what transpired?
I heard the argument Morris is relishing in everyone being mad at each other, but
I pretty much said to him, "You got off lightly this time, didn't you?"
Morris?
Yeah.
He like jolts out of whatever happy like whatever blissful state he was in listening to people yell at each other and fuck off, and he'll turn around to turn his shoulder to you.
No need to be like that.
How else would I be? You're about to take me in, aren't you?
Maybe. Of course I am.
Well then, I don't think there's much for me to say to you.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of like muttering, growling under his breath as he like turns back around.
Well, should we get moving? We got a long ways to go and we're all in a cart.
Actually, I'm gonna summon my phantom steed. That way I can walk next to the cart.
Oh, can the steed haul the cart for us?
So it comes equipped with a saddle bit and bridle, and I believe it can. It's the statistics for a riding horse.
Should be able to pull the cart then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
The
just can't.
cart's
The
small
mount
enough.
can't take any damage. It's good for 1 hour.
Hmm.
So it's definitely not going to get us all the way there.
It'll help for at least a little bit, because otherwise it's just us.
Yeah.
Unless we want to go back and try to get a horse from, or some sort of pack animal from.
Well, so I cast it as ritual. It doesn't take one of my whatchamacallits. So
Oh,
if we
so you
stop every
just
hour,
continue.
I can keep recasting it, but you have to wait like 11 minutes. So it'd
Yeah.
take us significantly longer, but it can go up to 10 miles an hour.
I think that's still faster than like us pulling it.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, you
I
guys
would
will be
imagine.
able to walk at the full 3 to 4 miles an hour.
Okay. Yeah, the horse goes 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, the horse goes 10 miles
it
an hour,
just-
but you guys don't.
Whereas if one of us was pulling the cart, it would probably be much slower. So
Yeah.
I think that's still
I mean,
worth
I
it.
could help pull the cart.
I mean,
Yeah, you can. I mean, just don't want you to have to do it all day.
Hassad is about as big as the cart, so.
We can swap back and forth. How's that sound? The horse will go away. You can pull the cart for a little bit, and then we'll resummon the horse. We'll like do rotations.
Oh, sounds like a plan.
What race
Right.
is Hassad?
Lintet.
Lintet.
That's a big lintet.
He's a very big lintet.
He's a big
He's
boy.
a liger.
Alright. I need a group, and when I say group, you guys can pick one representative to roll for survival and one representative for perception.
My perception's +4.
I don't think Ruben would be responsible for anything right now.
I mean, my
Ruben's in the
survival is
doghouse.
+3, but I haven't been rolling well either. Wouldn't trust that right now.
How many times do you guys want to circle everything?
Yeah, those are both +0 for me. So someone else should.
Likewise.
Okay, I guess I'll roll survival, and
Sounds good.
Sonari can do perception.
Okay.
I'm really
Alright,
sorry for
Oleander,
whatever comes out.
You tell us where to go, and we'll follow your
Fine!
lead.
Nat 20!
Far out.
Nice. Alright, so before we indulge in the results of that, let's go ahead and take a 5-minute bio break. So we will be right back, and we will resume with traveling upstream. Alright, be right back. And we're back. Apologies on a slightly longer break. We were just snacks, and the tea kettle took extra, and then we got to talking about webcams because graphic cards are taking shits all over the place. It's a whole thing.
The normal sequence of events.
Tech stuff.
Yeah. Insert tech tribulation here. But all right. So you guys set out with a semi-aquatic looking spirit horse pulling the cart.
Like a land seahorse.
Mer horse.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Or
I'd
is
say
it
like
like
a
is
kelpie
it-
with hooves. Yeah.
Or is it just like a seahorse, but it's like those SpongeBob seahorses? Is it SpongeBob where they move? No, that was from that car wash fish people.
Shark Tale?
Yeah, Shark Tale. You know those seahorses how they move?
Whoa. Hold on.
The car
I
wash
need to
people,
know,
you
Bolu. How did you get
Why
that
do
from
you-
Car Wash Fish Show?
Car wash fish people. I own Shark Tale on DVD, I'm sorry.
Come on, guys.
I don't know if to be impressed or terrified. I feel equal.
Yeah, but with the seahorses, where they just kind of spring out their tail to move forward real quickly. I don't know, Scarlett. What does it look like?
Yes. I'm assuming
every time.
it's probably like a dark teal or something, and instead of like a mane, it's more like a seaweed.
like a-
Looking
I
hair,
was thinking
right?
like a dorsal fin, but I like seaweed. I like it's good.
Yeah, I like
that's
seaweed.
wonderful.
It has like fin ears.
Yeah.
So we're making our
So
way
kind-
with the horse and Carvat, the monster cat, pulling the carts along. For the cart.
Yeah. Yep. They're taking turns. You guys are experiencing a little bit of weather. It's overcast, with some rain, so both the spirit horse and Oleander are very happy right now.
Wait,
But
rain?
overall,
Yeah,
other
one is very angry.
other than just a few muddy areas, your guys' travel seems to be relatively smoothly. So I would say you guys probably have about a day and a half of travel. You are welcome to do with that what you will.
Thank you. We're just going straight to the capital to Tyrnalfheim.
That was my
Uh,
understanding.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I want to do something, but I want to do something once we have Tyrnalfheim in sight.
So with Tyrnalfheim, it is very much like a modern metropolitan area where it is just this conglomerate of numerous cities. The first city that you guys are going to be coming up upon is Esitoso. And yeah, after so long, it's actually Zunori is the one that kind of chimes up and says, "Oh, we'll be coming up to the next city here in a couple hours." And then from there, it's probably like a half a day walk into the capital itself.
Okay. Is anybody else doing anything while we're traveling? Or wants to do anything?
Everybody mad, Ruben. Mad at Ruben.
I
mean-
upset that he got rained on. It's kind of
He's just mad about that for 2
after his
days.
turn. Just
Yeah, Ruben will definitely be quiet throughout this journey, and just, doing his best to help out when he is needed. Like he'll dry off Hassad using magic when Hassad's wet. But other than that, he'll kind of hang back and just try to not be noticed.
I think the only thing Zenori will be doing is like waiting until Maris is awake and say, "So you're finally awake." Skyrim reference.
Mars is
Waking up in the back of a cart.
His face just changes multiple times as he figures things out.
It's just here's through a bunch of faces.
That was a whole journey. That was amazing.
Uh,
Oh wait, who are you saying that to?
Maris?
Yeah, it was-
Mars?
The
Okay.
bad guy?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's me. That's my cue.
You got
is it you?
in the back of the
yeah, you're the one going through your Skyrim character select.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Oh. He's gonna roll over again and make sure like he absolutely cannot see you, and just be like, then that's what you think.
Hi, Zenori. Is the Mars doing that thing where he rolls over and then doesn't talk to you again?
That's pretty much the gist of it.
Classic Mars.
You hear that? You're predictable.
After all, Zenori, you should know that criminals and thugs like that lot always predictable.
Some. Definitely. As we're coming up to the city, I'll pretty much echo what you said and say the city's not too far now. We're only a couple of hours out. We'll be a half day's travel to the city.
Snore, you mind if I talk to you for a second?
Seems okay to me.
Yeah, Ruben will take you off to the side and he'll say, when we get to the city, I'd really appreciate it if you turn me in. Here's my
Kind
book
of.
and my components.
I'm kind of taken aback. He'll push your gear back towards you and he'll say, "Don't be silly."
What do you mean? I did something wrong. I should be accountable for what I did.
You did something wrong, but you did nothing bad. Wrong and bad are two different things, my friend.
Ruben will look at you. Sorry.
No, you're right. You learn from your wrongs, but there's a certain part where you step over the line. And that's when you become bad. You've yet to step the line.
I mean, but it doesn't feel right. It feels like I'm getting off scot-free.
For what?
Releasing a criminal for drugging my friends.
It was your judgment. The only thing you did wrong in your judgment was that you didn't inform anybody. You didn't take perceptions of other people into account. That is all. You need to understand that your judgment is probably not the best thing. All good intentions lead part of the way to the underworld.
How do you live with having magical abilities that could help so many, but you have no idea how to use them to help people? Like, you have powers, and you literally just touched Morris once, and he fell to his knees.
I've
And
been
I have-
around longer. Simply put, you are well inexperienced. You're a child. What do you expect of yourself? I have been through a civil war. I watched innocent people burn. And I don't mean criminals. Sure, criminals probably shouldn't be burned neither. But I watched innocent women and children have their lives taken from them. And for what? Because some higher up said so? Because somebody thought that they had more? I don't even know the words. Had more worth in this world? Does that not put them lower? This is why I say to you, your heart's in the right place. You're just missing the point. And the point will come to you with experience. You have yet to experience anything. By the look of your age. But look, I am this powerful simply because, if you can call it powerful at all, because of experience. I was with a troop just like yours. And they were a loose bunch, I'm not gonna lie. But they taught me to understand the grey from the black and white.
I guess I have to learn that myself, as Ruben will put his gear back on, and he'll kind of trudge his way back to the group. He definitely hears your words. He just doesn't know. You can tell he wants to fix everything, but he doesn't know how, and it frustrates him. He's not angry at anyone in particular. He's angry at he doesn't know what to do, and he wants to fix it somehow, and he doesn't know how. Well, there is no fixing it. He has to live with his actions.
Yeah. I think he'll just say, as you're walking away with that look on your face, he'll probably just say something like, look, not everything can be fixed. Some things are broken. Here's the best analogy I've ever heard in my life. You can never put a broken mirror back together again. But you can make a mare's egg out of it.
That was deep.
Yeah. He'll just nod his head.
Can I
in
quote you
agreement.
on that?
Murray coming in clutch.
I remember. I'm literally recalling something my mother taught me a long time ago.
Dang, sick.
Carbott's just being quiet and getting more and more especially once we get to Estoso, he's fully covered at all times. There's a lot less interacting with people.
Also, Carbot.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, we'll get to you in a second. Hold on. I will accept either a perception or an insight roll.
Perception or insight?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, it's going to take a second because the roller just... It's going.
It's doing its best.
Does it also have graphic card issue?
Oh yeah, definitely. You should come see these dice roll. All right.
Oh,
it's like a 20 total.
All right, I am going to whisper to you while Hassad continues. Since I rudely
Assad was going to ask Carvot, noticing that he was all bundled up. You haven't been around many big cities in a while, haven't you?
I try to avoid them. Lots of people is just more people to ask questions that I don't usually know the answer to.
That's a good point, but from my experience, most of these people, so caught up in their own little lives, they never really give you a look twice. You know, they don't. It's almost like they don't care.
You know,
Maybe that's their problem. Maybe that's their strength, but they don't.
it works out pretty well until you have a face like I do. It tends to draw a gaze more than just a cloak and sleeves.
Yeah, true say, but
Especially with this rain, staying covered isn't so bad.
I was doing a great job of forgetting about the rain for a second, but you know, because you're good people in my book, I'll forgive you for that.
Sorry. I would let you borrow the cloak. I need it right now, and I don't think it would fit.
No.
Liam, does Carvat have facial hair?
Like a beard or anything? No.
Like a
I don't think so.
beard or no, nothing. Okay. The Reuben will go over and say, I don't really know any spells that can alter a person's appearance. I mean, maybe I can learn something in the city that can help you. Then again, I don't even know if I should even use it, but the only thing I could really offer you is this. And he'll just pull out, from his bag, he'll pull out a fake mustache. By the way, DM, I can use prestidigitation to make anything that is the size of my hand. I'm just explaining the mechanics of what I did. But I like to also imagine that maybe Ruben just happens to have a fake mustache in his bag for some reason.
It's like a French chef curly mustache. You know?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I had in my head.
Carvad will say, this is, I used to have some stuff like this, and I've just lost it over the years. This is perfect. Thanks, Ruben. He just kind of sticks it on there, clips it, or however it attaches. It's just sort of, yeah.
It's just like sticky. It's just you stick and
Right,
it sticks
yeah.
onto your face.
It's like pasted on there.
Mhm.
It's like, yeah, I've tried growing facial hair, but with the different patches it comes in, I mean, some parts just don't grow, and then other parts it's super bushy. It doesn't work.
I know how to disguise myself. Maybe I can teach you the spells when we get a chance.
Oh, I have I'm decent at it as well. I just you need a minute to sit down and.
Zenori's like, oh, distinguished gentleman, yes.
Yes.
Very distinguished.
Twiddle things.
Quite honestly, Carval, if I hadn't seen you put on that mustache myself, I would have thought you were someone else.
Can I use create or destroy water to create like a umbrella effect for Hassad? I don't know if I can make it work that way.
You can certainly try. I will accept an Arcana attempt.
I want to cast Guidance because I also have no, I don't have Create or Restore Water. I have Shape Water, but I'm still casting Guidance. Oops. I need to roll a D4.
I think the 20 worked.
I think, yeah, I might be good.
Are you sure? It's not 24.
You know what? Fair enough.
I mean, more is better, right?
Yeah.
So the combination of teamwork that you guys are both attempting, this magical offering
Umbrella.
for Hassad. Yeah. Magical gesture. That was the word. Not only do you successfully manage to create an umbrella effect, you create an umbrella effect using the water from his fur. So you actually dry him and create a dome with that water that smells a little bit like wet cat, but you know what? It's working.
Besides, super poofy now.
Yes, he is.
Super poofy, mildly emotional. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
I know how you feel about water. I figured I might as well try. I've given you enough hugs that have made your fur look a little funky that I probably owe you one.
Oleander, at this rate, you can hug me 2.5 more times and I won't mind.
I
Dumb
am going to
water.
take you up on that offer. Don't you worry.
And a half.
And,
Yeah,
yeah.
One's just the
One arm hug.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
side hug.
Yeah. Just that Doug.
All right. You guys are coming up on the city, and your first glimpses are that this is kind of similar to the farming town or the first town that you guys had essentially met in the sense of it's just this packed area of what looks like farming houses. Some of them are 2 stories, but as you guys can't see very far into the distance given the rain, but what you guys do see, you realize that it is definitely much larger than the area you guys were in, and quite a bit more densely packed. As you start looking in, it gets a little denser and a little denser. But before you guys reach that, there is a guard station along the road, and there's 2 guards on each side. They do have one of the sides has a makeshift little booth area set up, and they do have carts and ecurans sitting on the side. What would you guys like to do?
Are they enforcers or just guards?
One of them is an enforcer, and the other 3 you presume must be local volunteers.
Okay. I'll take point and walk up to the enforcer.
I
And
thought it would be just to make it look as extra official.
Roll me a history, Zunari.
history.
I know it's your favorite one.
Fudge cake. My rolls, man.
Yeah, you've
Wow.
been really hitting them out of the park.
Oh, man. It's nothing new.
Too bad Ryan wasn't here to use his inspiration that he
I was
didn't.
just
I
gonna
was
guess
about to
old
say there's
inspiration.
there's a phantom inspiration floating around. Would you like to use it at this time?
Sure.
Yoink.
I'd say go for it.
Yeah.
The enforcer that you go to approach, you recognize on your way down to the camp that you had gotten a lead on. And Colgar is his name. Hold on, I'll just put that in the Roll20 chat. And he had seemed, pretty much by the book. Little bit rough around the edges when it comes to vagrants, but for the most part, decent enough enforcer. And he treated you really well and with a lot of respect, and definitely offered any services if you should you have needed it in your travels down south.
I'll give him a quick salute. So, Enforcer Colgar.
He's gonna immediately just add attention and salute, and he crap. What was your rank again?
I think I was Enforcer, but I think I got raised a rank.
You did.
Yeah, and I can't remember what the rank above Enforcer is.
Hold on, I have it.
El Capitan?
Yes.
You earned the right to take down.
Lieutenant.
From enforcer to
Lieutenant.
Or Lieutenant, aka El Capitan. He's just gonna be, you could see he's elated to see you, and he's gonna be just trying his best to keep his cool, but he's just gonna be, Lieutenant. How was your trip?
At ease. It's well fine. We picked up some of the riffraff along the way, disposed of some more. Wish it could have went better, but can't complain. And I'll point and gesture to Morris.
He's gonna look over at the, he's gonna joke right back at you, and he's gonna be like, yeah, we can't win them all. And he's gonna look over, and he's gonna be like, well, I'll be, how in the, you know what? I never doubted you for, how did you get, of all people? And he's just gonna pull off a wanted poster off the wall and hand it to you, and he's gonna be like, well, if it isn't Mars in the flesh. And right there, like as he says it, the other guards come over, and they're gonna be like, oh, I thought you said we were gonna see your likes ever again. Fancy seeing you here. And Mars is just gonna just be totally trying his best.
Don't be shy, Morris. Look, they know you.
He keeps rolling, but there's different guards on different sides.
He can't roll from his problems.
You can't roll forever.
Unless it's dice.
While all the guards are distracted by Maris, Arbot's going to take a look at the other wanted posters. Is there any familiar faces?
Investigation.
Dude, this takes forever.
Yeah, I turned off the dice roller on D&D Beyond.
Well, it normally works fine, and honestly, when I tried to click on other stuff in D&D Beyond to try to turn off the dice, it crashed. So I'm just gonna leave it alone because it's working. It's just slow.
No, mine took forever. We would sit here for like 5 minutes and be like,
I remember,
okay,
yeah. I watched some of those sessions. It was like, wow, impressive.
All right, let me ask you something first, Carbot. Is there a specific thing you were looking for on the wanted poster wall?
I mean, either me or someone that looks like me, or just a face that triggers like a memory.
Okay.
I guess.
On the wanted poster
or something
wall,
that I think
there...
might reference me, I guess.
Yeah.
It may not be. It probably wouldn't be a picture of me.
Yeah, so all the wanted posters, are definitely, some of them are hand drawings, some of them are just descriptions or sightings, and of course as well as crimes. Each one has various different amounts of rewards and calls to action when seeing them. And then you also see one that kind of catches you just a little odd, just a little odd. Almost kind of cute. And you see one where it's it's a lintet with a totally black face, and just very light. All you pretty much see are the eyes and the super large ears. But over the poster, it kind of has like this green X, and it says "Pardoned" on the top. But you do not see specifically anything except for one of the ones that it's just a description. It says cloaked mage, seen stalking around various parts of the city. People have seen sightings. They believe that some missing persons may be linked to him, to this cloak and shadow figure, but not a whole lot to go on.
What was the Lintet one? That's
You
pardon.
read you read the name Moshi.
Moshi? Oh.
Yep.
I could sense the motioniness off of that.
Ruben will approach.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say Ruben will approach the group and say, I know we have like a ton of things to do in the city. I just wanted to say maybe we should get an inn or something and then discuss what we're gonna do next.
Yeah, I mean, we need a base of operations. I think we still got to deal with these guards.
No.
Yep,
Yeah,
I thought Sonori was just already just like here you go.
Sorry, I sort of sidetracked us doing like a sneaky thing.
And Colgar pulls away from pestering Maris. And so for you, Zunori, are you essentially giving him a variably full report?
Yeah, pretty well. Yeah, pretty much. And I'll ask him, where's the nearest internment ship / prison?
Marius is gonna say, there's a holding facility. There's essentially a small hall of judgment. Not too far from here. Actually, these two guys can. Two of my guards are specifically extra for this reason, because, if we see anyone coming through here with stolen goods or acting a fool, that we don't lose any guards on the edge to take them into custody. But they can go ahead and take him from here, and he takes the wanted poster for Maris and scribbles on the back of it and essentially hands it back to you. And he says, you can go ahead and take this into one of the larger halls, one of the halls of justice at some point, and definitely get your reward, sir.
The reward doesn't really matter. Actually, thinking about it, can you keep a close eye on this? I would like to know his judgment and any information that comes out of it as a result.
I'll keep you updated.
Excellent.
Sorry.
No, you're right. I was just going to ask, so they're going to take him from here. Is that right, Richelle?
Correct. They're taking him into custody and out of your hands.
Okay. Just keep an eye on him. He's a slippery one.
One of them kind of jokingly says, "Yeah, slippery as a fish on land."
Mm.
And Maris rolls over again.
You guys.
Assad calls up. Excuse me, Enforcer Kolgar. So from what I'm hearing, you guys are familiar with this Maris guy here, this Duke over here, right? You wouldn't happen to know of any known associates of his, would you?
Roll persuasion.
Oh wow. Never mind.
No.
So he's gonna be like, we have our suspicions about some of his connections, but other than him being a particular level of asshole, most of his associates aren't really anything to be bothered by.
Understood.
Just like standing around joking with Zenori, and Hassad says something like, "Shut up."
You just
What?
Assad clearly does not have the level of rank and respect.
I know.
I mean-
I'd like to think that Zenori as well would like take a quick glance at the wanted board and see Moshi's picture up there and be like, reaches up, pulls poster off, rolls it up, puts in bag. I'll keep this for later.
I was gonna say,
Already
doesn't
planning
mean
your
anything
next hunt, are you?
about it.
Don't think you're gonna get anything for that one. I mean, from the looks of it, that one's been pardoned.
Let's just say this one me go way back.
That's boss.
No, I think I'm gonna hang this on my own wall, to be quite honest. Get it framed.
I'm just surprised Mochi was the only one of us up there.
Oh my god, the odds were not in your favor. They've had to work really hard to balance A as chaos.
Maybe she
gonna
was for a
say
little
there's
bit, and then she did another crime.
I was gonna say there's like a picture of a crazed fairy, like just a maddened face, like doesn't look anything like her. Just
totally feral kid drawing.
Ivania and I were not a good combination. We had a shady shit song, okay?
Nice.
Oh no.
Alright, well, let's find it in.
And Colgard does direct you guys to the nearest inn, knowing the road and presuming that you guys had been traveling for most of the day. He does direct you to the inn. He doesn't understand why Hassad furrowed his brow while he was saying the directions, but he's just...
Should be at least 5 more left.
When is the circle?
Oh my god. Okay, step away from the table real quick. While so we had a Hassad moment, and we called it a Hassad moment. All right. When we were down on South Padre for his work trip, I was like, man, I really want ice cream. So we go out and we get in the car and we go get ice cream. And it's like there's one that should just be like right up the street. It should just be right there. And we turn and we get on the main road and we start going and we don't see it. Like we don't see it for the life of us. And it's like, well, there's another one that's like a mile away. Let's go ahead and get that. And so we get that one and we come back, and as we turn back onto the hotel side road, we see it directly. Just it was we had to loop twice.
It's like right at a bend in the road. Like we drove straight at it, and then had to like turn in front of it, and then sat at a light with a sign for it and missed all of that.
Nice. Perception 0.
Yeah, really rolled low on that one.
Ooh-wee.
All right, but so the inn isn't very far in. But I just saw what I did there.
We're still in the first town, right? We're not in Tirnalfheim yet.
Correct.
Or are we?
Yeah.
We're in Estoso.
Yep, it is up to you guys. Oh, I should put that in the chat too. It is up to you guys if you would like to inn in Esitoso, or if you guys would like to journey just a little bit further. Hassad's gonna have to carry someone probably, but I'm sure he can manage.
I think here might be a good place to stop, just so we can make a better plan before we go the rest of the way into the city.
Well, we've been traveling for a while. Took care of a bit of our biggest business, pointing to the I suppose Maris is just now rolling in the distance as he's being yanked away by the guards.
I was
Yeah.
curious if they were going to pay us for our cart that we stole too, but I guess not.
We also might just get a cart now. Or no, they took the cart?
Bow, bow.
Aw.
Oh, no,
Mars
not
is
that
just
far.
rolling away.
It's okay. They don't. I mean, the horse will disappear in like an hour, so they'll have a cart with no horse.
Actually, I
Presume.
think if it gets a certain distance from me, it disappears.
Hmm.
One
They're
moment.
just walking in.
Mars ate shit again.
What's the name of the inn?
Good question.
Tanfor's surprise.
The Four Seasons.
4 seasons.
I actually made that as an inn one time. It was run by 4 elementals, not elementals, Ganasis.
Either way,
Alright.
sounds awesome.
Yeah, that was before not elemental elves, the seasonal elves came out.
Yeah, the Eladrin.
Yeah.
I want to say this one is called The Promised Circle.
This will also give Parvat some time to make use of a disguise kit before heading into town. We rest here.
Okay.
Seems like as good a place as any. I mean,
Not
do
an
they,
alarm
do
on
they
the
at least
room.
have a? Do they at least have, like a, somewhere that we can get something to drink, eat,
How?
treat?
So for the inn, how much is it, and also how big are the rooms, and how many does each one fit? What's the room? What's the setup for the inn, essentially?
Well, let's see here. You guys initially walk into the inn, and some of the conversation dies down when Zunori walks in, but a few more conversations die down when Hassad walks in.
So that's like.
There's around a dozen tables in the main area and a relatively large fireplace, one on each end of the dining area. One of the fireplaces is right next to the bar the bar area, and behind the bar there is a door, presumably back to the kitchens. And then in the main area on that same wall, there is another door that leads to stairs, both up and down, presumably to the rooms. In one of the, you can see immediately 4 tavern workers, who's picking up dishes off of one of the tables, is, just like, hey, you guys can come sit right here.
After you.
Oh, this place looks nice and lively. Assad will sort of sidle up to to the tavern and just say, "Hi, how you doing? Name's Assad, realm guard, not of Felicity. Might you know where a Lindsay could get a nice mug of milk on the rocks, shaken, not stirred?"
The
Just like halfway to butter.
the tavern keep is just gonna, kind of like calculate it. And is this for you?
Just a Lintet.
Yes.
And
No,
you just-
it's for my great aunt. It's for my great aunt Betty.
Carvat perks up. We doing bays around?
No. Don't be. That's not just. Don't be rash.
She's just gonna look you up and down and be like, okay, so jug of milk for that one. What else would you guys like?
How much are rooms here, and how many do they stay, or like board?
We have a variety right now. I'll have to double check, but I think we have a couple of 2-bed bedrooms, and a couple of singles. How many of you guys are looking to stay?
Could we get 3 rooms? Two double and 1 single.
There's 6 of us. No, there is 5 of us. I can count.
There are 6 of us, but one of us is a DM.
Yeah, one of us
You're
is
not wrong. And she's gonna be like, yeah, let me double check that for you, and drinks, food.
Actually, you know what? Change that. Because he'll count again. Could I actually get 4 rooms, 2 singles and 1 double?
3? 2 singles, 1 double?
Yeah, 2 singles, 1 double. That's... Nope, I counted that wrong.
And she's gonna be like,
yeah,
let
okay.
me see how many heads.
So we have 5 people.
Okay, are there any couples or any siblings or anyone willing to share rooms?
I think one of them is. So just 1 double and the rest single.
Okay, let me see what's available. Food, drink.
With those rooms, do you guys have a bird perch? Are the ends of the beds?
Yes.
Do they? Okay,
Except
okay.
animals.
She'd be like, your bird isn't one of those that just squawks at all hours of the night, is it?
She looks at Natters and Natters kind of goes,
Natters is on your shoulder right now.
How dare you!
She's just gonna be like, didn't mean to ruffle your feathers, but we had one of those once for about a week and we lost nearly all our business. So as long as you behave, you're welcome to stay, my lord or lady.
I know this might sound like a strange question to ask, but how much to have access to your kitchen?
I will need to speak to the tavern owner about that. What do you need to have access to the kitchen for?
I wish to prepare my own food, and also I can prepare other food for the tavern guests as well. I'd cook for fun.
Noted. Anyone else?
Shortage.
I actually, you know what? Since I'm in the local area, I'll actually explain. We decided on a name a long time ago, but I actually forgot what it was called.
No.
Let me look.
Don't do this to me.
I gotta look at Ruben's story.
Yeah, the cover story is that Ruben's going undercover as a chef named Robin.
He is also known in the chef circles as the Whip.
Yeah, because I would just say I'm from the college, that they would know, because it's literally like a town over.
Your college is in the middle tiers of Tier Nalfheim, but yeah, yeah, variably.
How many tiers from the middle are we anyway?
We're not
You
even
guys are on the
Tier
outskirts right now.
Mm-hmm.
The lady goes back to talk to presumably the owner who is in the kitchen, and he ends up coming back out, and you just see older.
Oh, I have no idea how to pronounce this. Sorry.
No, go for it. What?
It's Muti gastromata.
Sometimes.
Can you type that in the Roll20?
Yeah. This is what apparently I wrote.
Is that Latin for something?
Probably.
I mean, gastro. You know, I guess that would have to do
Yeah.
with food. But why muti?
I don't know why I wrote that. That's the name, though.
I have no knowledge of this place, but we're going with it. And we'll say the Muti Gastronomia School of Culinary Arts.
Yeah.
All right.
People might call it just MG for short.
Right.
A name like that, probably.
Yeah.
I was wondering, was it when you were trying to make an MSG joke? No, it couldn't be.
No, it's because
How's it
Muti
feel?
has something to do with medical, I think. That's what I was doing. I always do these weird things. Anyway, sorry.
No worries. But yeah, so out walks older middle-aged Naflin, kind of short and stocky, and definitely has just a filthy apron, but like filthy in just being aged and definitely used over the years. And he's wiping his hands on a clean cloth and just grumbling something fierce. And the woman points out the table, and he comes on over, and she does as well, and she just sets down a giant jug of milk in front of Hassad. And if anyone else put their drink orders in, she gives you your drinks as well.
Sod gives her a tip. It says, "Thanks."
But the gentleman just says, who here wants to work in my kitchen?
I do.
So you're looking for a job in my kitchen?
I'm not looking for a job in your kitchen. I'm looking for access to your kitchen while I'm staying here.
Well, this is my kitchen, and
Exactly.
as you probably well know, being a chef student of your own, some of us are protective of our kitchens.
What? Sorry.
Some of us are protective of our kitchens.
That's why I was asking about it.
Well, I appreciate you asking. That's definitely not something that comes along. If you would like to help me in my kitchen, then you guys are welcome to stay, and you will essentially be paying for the rooms with your assistance. But I will not allow free roam of my kitchen. And perhaps maybe along the way I can show you a thing or two that they probably don't teach at your fancy school.
That sounds great. I probably owe these fellows my time anyway. So I'll get up and I'll go with him if he's planning on going anywhere, unless he has more questions for us.
He doesn't. He's ready to get back to work at the kitchen. He's got a full building that he needs to feed.
Yeah, I tell him I'll be back there in a minute. I think my colleagues just want to discuss something real quick before I can help you.
And he's like, all right, come on back when you're ready.
I'll just say to the chef, can I have your special double? One plate.
And he's gonna turn his head back at you. Is that a challenge for you or him? And he points over to Hassad.
Aside goes for the triple. You know
A
it.
challenge, you say? I'll take one of what he's having, but more.
Double it.
The chef lets out a hearty laugh, and he's like, "Oh, tonight's gonna be a fun one." And he just walks back into the kitchen.
Zenora's going to kind of like follow the chef, but only to the bar and say, can I have your strongest liquor in a bottle? And maybe 4 cups? No, we'll make it 5.
I was like, oh, if Ruben's back in the kitchen, then it would be for Natters. And I just picture Natters just...
A really tiny cup for the 5th.
Amazing. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's our plan for what we're about to do today and tomorrow when we get this? Do we get to the city in an hour or do we get to the city tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay. So what's our plan for today and for tomorrow? I don't know how long he's gonna have me in the kitchen there for working, but I definitely owe you all this free stay.
It's appreciated. You don't. I mean, thank you.
But I mean, I have those crystals, and I know we also need to investigate that theater. We also need to. I need to send letters to the college and also to back to my family.
We also had to talk to the memory priest at the temple.
That as well.
Zenori's going to kind of butt in and say, look, tonight's for rest. And I'm going to pour him a drink and go to hand him his cup and say, are you old enough?
I'm old enough, but I don't drink, and I'm about to go back into the kitchen, so I shouldn't.
Your loss. Swishes it back.
And
Pours everybody a drink.
I'm gonna say the liquor that they handed you, not inspired by a gem I just found today at all. They handed you almost like a creamy white bottle. And the liquor inside, you open up the bottle and you get punched in the face with the strength of it. But it's cream. It's light. It's a super thick cream. But upon sipping it, you get fruity notes mixed with vanilla and spice.
Fancy.
Super fancy. And this does not excite Hassad extra any at all.
Is that cream?
Pretty close too. But I would recommend, by the smell of this, that you should eat food first. I probably should have ate food first.
I don't have to tell me twice. I'll always eat food first. Take another sip anyway.
And when you guys and when you guys do sip it, you don't taste the liquor in it, strangely enough.
Ooh, this is the dangerous stuff.
If you guys are wondering the IRL inspiration, I came across a bottle of Amarula that had vanilla spice flavor. Like, I didn't even know they did extra flavors, but yeah.
How do you spell that?
Arula. Amarula. It's cream liquor made out of the marula fruit in Africa.
Amarula cream.
But they made a vanilla spice variant, and I am very excited to try it. Like, you don't mix it with shit. Like, you can do it. You can have it warm, or you can have it chilled. That's your preference, but doesn't need to be mixed at all.
Oh, that's a fancy bottle too. Holy. Heck yeah.
Anyway, sidetrack. So Pierce, you're going back in the kitchens for the evening while they figure out what all.
Yeah, if the group doesn't need to tell me anything, then I'm going back into the kitchen.
I think the plan for tonight is rest and get ready for
everything
tomorrow. Yeah, moving further into the city.
Liam, did you check your direct messages?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Okay. Yeah, because I know you. All right. Anyway, yeah. Ruben goes back. He's gonna as soon as he gets back there, the first thing he wants to do is just try. Well, actually, no. He'll listen to whatever the chef wants him to do, but he's gonna try something later.
Okay. Yeah, and when you get back there, the chef is definitely a tough cookie.
Yeah.
But having someone else take the reins in the kitchen and your solo experience in the kitchen was very
Mhm.
new. But you really enjoyed being in the classes and being instructed and stuff like that, and especially after everything you've been through, it's mentally or emotionally, your choice, rejuvenating to just kind of shut your brain off and do whatever he says.
Yeah.
Alright, back at the table. With a bottle of vanilla spice Amberle.
You call that tough, Zenori? But try even more of that. Pour me another.
Zenori knowing exactly how this is gonna end. Okay. Just pause him on
You hear Natter's chitter as that he presumably is really enjoying that fruity note to it.
I'd like to think that as soon as we get our food, Zenori carefully picks out a couple of pieces of meat, sets it to the side, and just, with knife and fork, looks like he's just smashing food into his face.
Yeah, and about after an hour, you guys do kind of hear like some grumbles as like, what is taking, like what's taking so long? I'm hungry. Eventually it takes 3 people to deliver all of the food to the table, as you guys have several racks of ribs and nice big just hunk of super tender roast, an assortment of like different vegetables and stuff like that. They also bring out, like a nice little bowl of salad and a bowl of bread.
Nice. But what's he gonna eat?
I slide my plate closer to me, pull one of the ribs off, and go to cheers Hassad with a rib.
Let's be clear. It's a few. Like, you guys got about like 4 different plates of meat. Okay.
Yeah. At a certain point, Ruben will cast his unseen servant, and his wisp will just also start helping the chef in the back.
This unnerves him for a little bit, but then he's like, "Hey, free help,
Like Minter. Fun.
Oleander,
Yes.
I need you to make me a perception check.
Dun, dun, dun.
I perceive nothing.
Oh no.
Good gosh.
You don't necessarily like not perceive anything, but you do see like a notice board on the far wall with like a bunch of posters and stuff like that. You don't think anything of it at first, but at some point you kind of like make a mental note. Yeah, let me go up there at some point.
I ask the head chef if I can take a few minutes just to make him something that the academy taught me that is magically infused. Like, I let him know that there's magic in it.
He's learning.
I am learning. I'm trying.
He about faces you and just says, "You use any more magic in my kitchen besides that extra set of hands, and you're gonna be kicked out on your ass. You understand? You want to cook me something? I'm all for it. By all means, knock yourself out. But no magic food in my kitchen."
Yes, chef.
As
Chef Ramsay
Liam
runs.
is actually
Yeah.
eating.
Hard.
What is that?
The sword.
No magic in my
I was
kitchen.
going
you
to say, is that not?
Why are you eating with a long sword?
It's a single pronged fork.
We're going there.
That's exactly how he's eating food.
All right. Yeah,
How do you
Raoul,
eat back
do
at the
any other
table?
magic at all?
Oh. Back at the table.
I have some stuff for Carbat to do, but are we wrapping up soon?
We are going to be coming to a stopping point. If you guys have a whole bunch, or like if you guys have anything that you want to cover tonight, we can do that. But we should be coming to a bookmark here soon.
I think my stuff can wait. Carbat's going to try to do some investigation to try to find that wizard, but it might kill next time.
I want to check out the notice board, and before we go to sleep, I want to set alarms on everybody's room.
Okay. At the notice board, between the drinks and the food and the tiring journey, it takes you a little bit. But you do see a flyer for a nearby theater show tomorrow.
I'm going to grab the poster.
Alright.
Yeah. Bring it back to the table. Be like, looks like we have a time that we can go to the theater tomorrow.
And that
Perfect.
that's the theater that you saw, right?
The theater that the memory priest saw when he touched the pearl. Yeah.
You actually can't tell that from the poster because the poster.
Well, a theater.
Yeah, it is a theater.
But does it say like Royal Theater or anything on there? Because we got like a name with the theater.
Oh, did we? What was the name?
Well, it was the theater that's associated with the Royal, so I'm assuming it's like a Royal Theater.
Oh yeah, no. You don't know if that is a literal or if it is just like royals go there and perform there and they do it in secret because like they don't want the fancy carpet or anything. They just want to go and dance on stage and call it a day. So you aren't 100% if this is the theater or not, but it's a hella good lead at least.
Yeah.
Natters sees the piece of paper with, and you saying theatre kind of makes him go, perk up, and he like hops and skips over to the piece of paper and like taps it with his nose and looks at Zenori and points with his wing at the piece of paper. Yes, I know. You haven't been to the theatre in years. All right.
Your bird's a fan of the visual arts.
Don't get him started. And like Natters just like starts flittering around and being all bombastic and flamboyant. I'm like, oh god.
I know I've said this already, but I would die for this bird.
He loves the theater. I'm never gonna live this down tonight. I probably. You better let me sleep tonight, boy.
He's gonna be squawking all night, just like that innkeeper who told him not to.
He's gonna just be staring at me all night.
I am
Yeah.
contaminated.
So when Oleander goes to start spending, it's gonna take you 44 minutes, by the way. 44 to start casting all the magic. When you get to my door, I'm gonna tell you that you don't need to do that. We're perfectly fine here.
Regardless of what you think, you will be getting an alarm on your door.
What if I ask you not to, nicely?
Really quick, I just want to backtrack you real quick.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know she's putting the alarm on the door because they'd be
I
going to
wouldn't.
bed
Takes her
way earlier
44
than they'd be going to bed earlier than you. And the
Oh, that's
innkeeper
true.
is
You're in-
using you for every minute he can.
Because
So you're gonna be going to bed late,
No.
son. Sorry.
Yeah, not only that, it's keyed to you, so it wouldn't go off when you go in. It would quite literally just go off if one of our party doesn't go in there.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Right?
nobody bring any guests to the room.
Well, the rest of them know. You're gonna have a nasty surprise if you try and bring somebody back from the tavern. during last call.
Yeah, making all sorts of friends, huh?
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well. Oh no. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Kevin.
Carbot has some stuff, but I need to wrap it up, so we'll do it next time.
Okay, make sure to make a note so when we do the recap, we know where we need to start back off. So we will start with you, Carbot. Make sure it's in the notes. DM
Sounds good.
says we'll start with Carbot's investigation. And not with Hassad or Zenora's hangover.
I
But
go,
you know
I hardly know.
She's got those meat sweats. It's bad news.
All right. And with that being said, it sounds like everyone is good to meet next week. So we will hopefully, barring unforeseen circumstances, we will see everyone next week. So stay safe, stay nerdy, and yeah, bye.
Bye.